Yeah, it's now time for the Reader Sports full game recap. We'll go all the way back to October the 25th, the year 2024, when the Nashville Predators were in Chicago to take on the Blackhawks for the first time this season. Head coach Andrew Burnett deploys his lines and defensive combinations in the following way: Forsberg, O'Reilly, and Nyquist; Stamkos, Sissons, and Marchessault; Jankowski, Novak, Evangelista; LaRue, McCarron, and Smith make up your fourth line. Shea and Yossi, your first defensive pairing. Luzon and Carrier, Del Gaizo, and Shen are your defensive pairings. UC Saros gets the start in net. We're only 14 seconds into the first period, and it's Mrazek coming up with a save on Smith. That's the first shot on goal of the game. At 2:13 of the first period, UC Saros coming up with a save on Hall. That's his first save of the game. At the 2:55 mark, it's former Nashville Predator Craig Smith coming up with his third goal of the season. A tip in at the front of the crease off of the rush. He went to the hard areas, gets rewarded, but the Nashville Predators another defensive breakdown, allowing the rush to get to the inside, get to the net first, and Craig Smith capitalizing, giving the Blackhawks a 1-0 lead here in the first period. At the 3:37 mark of the first, it's Brady Shea off the box, 2 minutes for slashing on Foligno on the rush. Saros has to come up with a big save on Bertuzzi. Saros then has to come up with another save on Hall, plus the rebound follow-up. The Preds are able to survive the shorthanded situation. Back to even strength hockey at 5:39. Saros comes with a save on Reichel, the continuation after the power play, the big kick out. 10-12 of the first period now. McCarron versus Maroon should have been something much better than it was. 5 minutes each. Happened during a stoppage right at center ice, and it was absolutely a worthless bout. The two players go off to the box. 10:29 of the first, it's Mrazek coming up with a save on Tommy Novak. 11:47, Saros comes with a save on Connor Bedard. At 13:46, Saros another save on Bedard. At the 16:11 mark of the first period, it's Mrazek coming up with a save on Jonathan Marchessault. At 18:43, Murphy's off to the box. 2 minutes for hooking on Forsberg. Mrazek has to come up with a save on Yossi during the delayed call. Mrazek would come up with a save on Philip Forsberg during the power play. That would do it for the first period. The Blackhawks out shooting the Nashville Predators 13-10 after the first period, but it is Chicago also leading 1-0. Carryover for the Preds on the power play in the second period of 43 seconds. 0 shots on goal right here at the 2-minute mark of the second period. It's Mrazek coming up with the save on Shen at the 3:02 mark of the second period. It's Mrazek coming up with a save on Jonathan March. So 4:45 now. The second, Saros comes up with a save on Murphy, and 5:14, Bedard makes it 2-0 in favor of the Chicago Blackhawks on his second goal of the season. A slick redirect in the slot off of Vlasic's really good feed. An absolute immediate change of direction on that puck beats UC Saros. Blackhawks lead 2-0. 5:24 of the second now. Donato comes up with a backhander that hits the post at 5:53. Mrazek comes up with a save on Forsberg, plus the rebound follow-up, and at 7:13 in the second period, it's Allen off the box. 2 minutes for holding on the captain, Roman Yossi. Mrazek comes up with a save on Evangelista. Poor zone entries prevent the Nashville Predators from developing really much sustained offense here. 9:31 now of the second period. UC Saros coming up with a save on Smith. We're past the halfway point of this game now. At the 10:31 mark, we find Mrazek with a save on Carrier, plus the follow-up by Steven Stamkos. At the 10:58 mark of the second period, it's Del Gaizo off the box. 2 minutes for slashing on Mrazek. Now, he was crashing the crease area for a loose puck. I didn't see a slash, didn't think it deserved a penalty. It did lead to a large scrum, as it usually does when a goaltender is involved, but I thought the Nashville Predators got a tough call against him on this one. Teravainen would put the puck in the net, but this play would be challenged for offsides. The Nashville Predators would be rewarded for that challenge. The goal would be taken off of the board, return the score to 2-0. The Predators looking for some momentum, find some at 13:41 of the second period as Philip Forsberg picks up his third goal of the season. He takes the handoff from Nyquist, splits the D, and has the sick finish at close range. Really built that speed coming through the neutral zone and took the puck basically off of Nyquist's stick. You rarely see players that close together on the rush. This guy's the Predators on the board. Chicago still leads 2-1. 13:50 of the second period. Smith off to the box for high. Sticking the Predators PK is going to be just fine in this 2-minute scenario. 15:44 of the second. McCarron, though, is off the box 2 minutes for hooking. UC Saros is going to have to come with a big-time save on Bertuzzi. He is able to do so. At 16:59 of the second period, on the shorthanded situation, it's Nyquist on the rush, coming up up with a shorthanded goal. Great deception, look-off wrist shot right here. Second goal of the season ties the game at 2 apiece here as the Nashville Predators are able to finish off that penalty kill. They pick up the shorthanded goal, tie the game up at 18-16 in the second period. Dickinson, 2 minutes for interference on Carrier. Mrazek comes up with a save on Marchessault. We hit the end of the second period with a game tied at 2 apiece. Nashville out shooting Chicago 24-21. Carryover of only 16 seconds, so nothing happens during that exchange. So we're a minute into the third period now, and Saros comes up with a save on Donato, 2:14. It's Mrazek coming with a save on Brady Shea. And at 3:33 of the third period, it's Philip Forsberg hitting the post. Golden opportunity for the Nashville Predators right here at the 4:31 mark of the third period. It's Mikheyev off the box, 2 minutes for tripping. Mrazek comes up with a save on Philip Forsberg and then comes up with another save on the captain, Roman Josi. Back to 5-on-5 hockey at the 7:17 mark of the third period. We find Mrazek coming up with a save on LaRue. Great job here, crashing the net, earning another strong shot opportunity and causing mayhem and chaos as he is beginning to do on each and every shift out there. Past the halfway point of the period, the 10:30 mark, Mrazek coming with a save on Smith's hard crash at the net. This leads to a scrum at the 11:19 mark of the third period. It's Kaiser off the box, 2 minutes for tripping on Alex Carey. This is where Brady Shea is going to break through for the Nashville Predators near the end of the power play. His second goal of the season is a wrist shot from the top of the circle. Good layers of traffic on this one right here. This gives the Nashville Predators their first lead of the game, 3-2. So from down 2-0 to up 3-2 now, halfway through the third period. Now we find ourselves at the 14:31 mark, and it's Evangelista off the box, 2 minutes for hooking. Chicago going to get a big chance on the power play. Saros comes up with a save on Teravainen, and there was chaos and pressure all around, but the Preds survive, and UC Saros does a very, very solid job during this special teams exchange. At the 15:41 mark of the third period, Saros coming with another save on Bertuzzi. 16-18, Saros comes up with a save on Holland. At 18:39 with the extra attacker on, Saros comes up with a save on Seth Jones. The Nashville Predators come back and crawl their way back into this one, pick up the victory, 3-2 for their second victory of the season. They outshoot Chicago Blackhawks 34-29. It looked really bad through the first 25-plus minutes of this game, but the Nashville Predators were held in it by UC Saros, and then they find a way to crawl back in, pick up the goals, and pick up that game winner on the power play right there in the third period. So the Nashville Predators pick up their second victory in a row from 0-5 to 2-5, and they've got another game immediately at home against Columbus Blue Jackets. So back on the road. We'll break this thing down. We'll get to the box score and more coming up next on the Renegades of Puck podcast. That was the Rebirth Sports full game recap.